no.
I see
He
it.
went to the girls' restroom, and in one occasion, raped the girl.
Yikes.
The rape was recorded.
Bring it down for the rest of it.
And what they did was they covered it up because the school did not want this to be a whole thing. They don't want it to be a failure on policy.
Yikes.
So what they
think
did
they
is
do
they
that about a
transferred
lot
the
of,
student to another school.
Proposition.
The school
Oh my
district
God,
transferred
I'm
them to
bleeding.
another school. Ooh, careful.
I'm sorry.
So what they did is, guess what happened? He did it
Did
again.
it again at that school. Thought so.
Another girl.
At that point,
and the
I
dad
think-
came to complain.
Yeah.
The dad came to complain, and they attacked him. And they were gonna take away his kids because he was at the wrong. And I'm like, at this point,
What?
I know. The school tried to cover it up, and he blamed the school district for trying to cover it up. My problem,
Fuck off.
in case you're wondering where I stand in this story, I'm not. Rape is rape.
Mm-hmm. And it's
Now, that was
Regardless
unfortunate.
of
They
if
made
you're like
that was unfortunate.
transgender or not.
Was unfortunate. Yeah, was unfortunate, but who's to blame isn't the policy, but the fact that they covered it up.
fucked up.
They do that
You
a lot
don't
with
do
any
things like
rape
that.
case. Basically, a lot of schools do that with basic rapes to cover their own ass.
That way they don't get the. Yeah, exactly. Because most of them were preventable. Because a lot of them are staff. And a lot of them happen with staff's knowledge. I know because I know when I was in high school many years ago, people were having sex and staff and teachers knew about it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's one thing. But in high school, sex and rape are very close, and all you need is a sweet talk. You know what I mean? Just because a girl's willing doesn't mean she's willing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in high school. I know because I've experienced it. You know what I mean? With a friend of mine. You know, and it kind of sucked. It was I knew this girl who was in one of my classes, and one of my friends who was in the wrestling team with me, he said, oh no, this girl, she had a crush on him for years. And finally she went and she asked me to put a word for him, you know, see if they wanted to go out. I introduced them, and they made a date to go out. He comes up to me after wrestling, skirt. You know what I did? Again, I've always been like this. I grabbed my forearm and put it into his neck. And I told him,
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
she's my friend. If you fucking, and I don't cuss, if you fucking lay hands on her, this forearm's gonna go up your ass. And I meant it.
That's one.
Feel how she feels.
Yeah.
And he meant it.
So,
I heard you from the
and
other
I
side
meant
of
it.
the wall. I heard you from
Dude, well, he ended up
I
not
like
going out
when
with
people
her.
are
She
serious.
cried her eyes out, and he ended up date raping another girl, and she never pressed charges because she felt guilty because she wasn't sure she was drunk, so she wasn't sure if she let him or not, but she didn't want to do it before, and then they ended up doing it.
Okay.
So
I've noticed
tell
that
me,
a lot of
tell me,
people
how is a 16-year-old
make
girl
calls when they're drunk.
who's never drank before, who's never had sex, who's always said she didn't want to have sex, all of a sudden, because this is another girl, and I'm like, you know, what is she supposed to do? You don't call that rape? My definitions may be off, but that's definitely not consent.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely not.
And my point is, it happens regardless whether you have those and by the way, you know, a lot of these teachers promote it. They high five these students.
Promote it?
It's
What?
stupid. Yeah, if you've never been part of like high school athletics or athletes,
Oh, I have. I
coaches
was in
are
PE for.
gross, man. Coaches are gross. You know what I mean? I had the some of the best coaches. Two coaches that were just
Our coaches in
brilliant.
Australia are not
Other than
like
that,
that. I'll tell you
yeah.
that for a fact.
No, you could say that as much as you want, but you can't control everybody, and there's always someone somewhere like that. I'm not saying they're like that everywhere, but you can't say that, bro. You can't say that. And there's teachers who like high five students or convince students. Even now, this happens everywhere, all over the world. I'm sorry, Australia's no exception.
No, I'm not doubting you.
These are adults. They make me sick. They make me sick. But the truth is that's what I'm saying. It's not a policy or something like that. But what happens is this lying, this manipulating of the media is what I'm trying to say is wrong.
We actually just experienced not something as intense as that, but with me, just a few minutes ago, that Scottish guy would not take no for an answer, regardless if it's just a small head hat. And I ordered him several times from nice to not to stop, and he didn't, so I had to block him.
Perfect. That's good.
He just had the social...
People say...
the social...
But you know what people say? You know what people say? Oh, but it's your choice. You could have the thing blocked. But then you're not experiencing the game like everybody else.
Yeah.
Or you can always go to another world. Why do you have to leave your friends? Or why do you have to avoid friends for someone else? No,
I'll tell you a fuck thing.
Don't think that justification. It's just a game. It's not your real you. What about people who have phantom?
I
go ahead.
do want your opinion on this. This just happened to me and it shit me, and I don't want to talk to him anymore. So, this one person I used to know, over a year, this is over a year friendship. We did some things here and there on VRChat, but, cause he found someone and he liked that person, and maybe they looked at our DMs. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't be friends with you because of how we were acting, and just removed me on fucking everything. I went, what? I didn't even get a chance. I didn't even know. I was sleeping at the time, he just removed me. I didn't even get a chance to say something. I'm like, what? So he just got rid of me. After a year of friendship, and he just, nah, we don't want you. Because he was in a relationship, and the person he was with didn't like me. What? The fuck?
You didn't. They didn't deserve. If they're gonna be so quick to remove
look, if they're fickle like that,
you deserve better than that.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck?
You're gonna do something bad.
Yeah, my opinion on that's fickleness, and that's stupid. Unfortunately, it happens to our best friends. Even, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's happened to me. That very same thing has happened to me in real life, though. The only difference about real life is just like you have encounters.
You interact.
But it's just as hard here. I think her comment is perfect.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need them. You don't need them.
Exactly.
Asshole. That's what it is.
Don't need them.
But you can't do anything about that. People are gonna be like that, and they should be allowed to be like that. That's my point. You see what I mean? It's like, this is where people don't understand.
I'm not hating how they removed me.
Picture.
I'm not hating they removed me. I was happy. Like, if they wanted their relationship to be fine and happy, I would be happy to. If you come up to me, wait until I respond back and we had a little conversation, and you would have removed me, I'll be happy. But because they just removed me out of the blue, no messages, nothing, that fucking shit me to pieces. But I would have been happy if you just had a little conversation. I'd been like, yeah, that's fine. I want you to be happy with your person you're with. Fine, go. But no. That's what shits me. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
that's what kinda...
I've experienced that same thing. It's just one of those things where it's not the way it should be, but it is the way it is.
Yeah, exactly. So.
No, but just to go back on some stuff is.
His footsteps